Good morning, good afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, my beautiful Capricorns. We are doing a reading with seeing what your current energies are, what your challenges are, and what the outcome is. So these are current energies, your challenge for whenever you come to this. My readings are timeless unless my guides tell me otherwise. So if you've clicked on this video, I trust there is a message here for you. Today is Tuesday, May 27th. We're just coming off from the new moon that happened last night. The new moon. Now, I all of a sudden can't remember suddenly what that was for some reason. So it was the new strawberry moon. The new strawberry moon in Gemini. Gemini having two personalities, right? Two sides to the coin. Okay? So the new moon energy is about two different sides. Maybe as in your outcome perspective, you may have to look at things in a couple of different ways. But we are going to get to that in just a moment. So welcome in. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing, and I am so happy to be here. I am so happy that you are here. I couldn't have this channel or do these things or have these readings, and I wouldn't be motivated to do it without all of you. So my gratitude to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a collective reading, not a one-to-one. All right, my beautiful Capricorn. So what are your current energies? We are using the Earth Magic deck for that, Earth Magic Oracle cards, because you are an Earth sign. Alrighty. So ancestors. This is a beautiful card. You see the snake there. And I always think of this because this card reminds me of DNA and all the hands that are on your DNA. And everything behind there looks kind of like red blood cells, white blood cells, all of this. So ancestors, generations. Let's see what the message is. It is a long one. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know about your current energies. You have within you the blood of your ancestors. You are deeply connected to your lineage. The most immediate proof of that being the physical resemblances you have to your mother and father and your grandparents, and even beyond. Although unknown to your usual senses, you are connected to an ancestry that reaches back through millennia. This is the time to call upon those ancestors, those who are of your bloodline, as well as those ancient ones who have walked the land that you now walk. In many indigenous cultures, it is believed that the essence of your ancestors inhabits many of the physical aspects of the land. In other words, they are in the trees, the water, and the air, the animals, the stones, their blood being in the very dirt and sand that you tread upon. Next time you are outside, allow your senses to open to those ancestors who abide in the physical world. And any time at all, allow your heart to open to those spirits to whom you are related through your heredity and those whom you are connected by virtue of the land upon which you live. Really interesting. So Capricorns, your current energies are that you are connected to your ancestors, your bloodline, and some of you may be feeling that for whatever reason. Possibly you've done some research on Ancestry.com. Maybe you've done some research on your lineage. Maybe, if you're Scottish, you're attracted to the bagpipes. If you're Irish, you're attracted to, greenery and clover and things like that. There could be many reasons why your current energies are ancestors' generations, right? It's also, what I'm hearing is they want you to connect in more. They really want you to think about your lineage, right? Think about where you came from and who came before you. The trailblazers back in your history, right? Your current energies are to embrace all that you are, right? Embrace all of your lineage. Embrace all of your bloodline. and also to connect with your land. You are living where you live by no mistake, right? Everything happens for a reason. And when we're in our life between lives, we plan all this out. So where you are is where you're supposed to be right now. It may not have been where you were supposed to have been 10 years ago or 10 years from now, but it's where you are right now. So connect with your trees, your plants, your flowers, your grass, the moss, anything, whatever is there. Current energies. All right, now what is your challenge? Challenge is the spring equinox, rebirth. So this is the energy of that. The spring equinox was back in March here where I am. But that doesn't mean anything because this is the energy that we're looking at in your challenge, right? Spring equinox, rebirth is your challenge. You thought this passage you thought this passage you have been through would never end. Just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes its return and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all her many forms, shapes, and colors that remind us of the continual cycles of Earth Mother. This cycle of rebirth you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Any tears you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. All right, so your challenge is letting go. That's what I'm hearing. Your challenge is to wash away the old with that spring equinox energy. Sorry, I didn't even hold the card up for you. You see this? Spring equinox rebirth. You see the butterfly? Butterflies are transformation. They do signify spring. You see the beautiful bunny rabbit there. You see all that she has. She has the blue bird's eggs there in the nest. She has peacock feathers. So Capricorns, your challenge right now is letting go of the old and letting the new freshness of spring come in. Letting that energy of spring come in. Now, the outcome for you is the Milky Way, perspective, all right? So the outcome, if you are to let go of all this and connect with your ancestors, right? Perspective. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful card here of the Milky Way. Beautiful purple and green energies just swirling around. You have lost your perspective, so it is time to step back, breathe, and allow yourself to detach. This is building on that spring equinox where you have to detach and let go of things in order to get the outcome that you need. Allow yourself to detach in order to gather information from your senses and regain your perspective about the situation. Detachment does not mean that you no longer care. It simply indicates that you are looking at things from a different point of view. Yeah, different perspective. It is an outlook that is not clouded by emotions, judgment, or attachments to the outcome, but instead maintains a non-reactive awareness of these things. So, yeah, so the outcome is, this card is telling you that to gain perspective, you need to take a step back from things and look at the bigger picture, right? Take a look at the bigger picture, Capricorns, to gain that perspective, right? And this is going to be your outcome. As you open up to your ancestors, right? As you open up, as you challenge yourself to let go of what no longer serves you, you get a bigger, brighter, wider perspective on your life at this point in time. I love that for you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's see what the tarot has. Okay, let's see. All right. What's the card to go along with ancestors and the current energies that Capricorns find themselves in? There you are. The King of Pentacles. All right, and what goes along with the challenge? What does the tarot have to say about the challenge? Spring equinox, letting go, letting go of what no longer serves you so that you can get that better perspective. What is the card for my lovely Capricorns? Queen of Swords. I love it. That's perfect because she pulls no punches. She takes that sword of truth and sees the truth, tells the truth, but she also does it in a soft, dove-like way. She's surrounded by doves. All right, in the outcome, the perspective. The perspective. Oh boy, wowee. Look at that, Capricorns. Okay. So, ancestors and connecting to generations, your current energy, King of Pentacles. This can represent you. This is earth signs, right? And this king has created much. Okay, so we're tying that in with the current energies of ancestors. This is a way to tie into that. The olden days of the kings, right? All that those that came before you have created for you to take and embrace. And I love how there are these sets of wings and going, it almost, if you look at it, looks like it's going back, and to this pentacle. I'm sorry, this sun shape. This is you. This is you gathering everything from your ancestors. This is so beautiful. All connected down into the earth, which leads us into that spring equinox, right? King of Pentacles, he's created much, and your ancestors have done that. And then with the challenge, the spring equinox, remember the challenge was letting go? Letting go of what you no longer need, what no longer serves you, right? In order to get to that new perspective, you have to let it go. This Queen of Swords is the perfect one to help you do that. Her sword is lighting this up, and there's more wings here, just like in the King of Pentacles. And also all the wings of the birds. I just feel this really strongly about connecting, right? You need to maybe meditate or focus or do some research on your ancestors or the land that you live on. Connect into that and just cut out what no longer serves you. Let that go so that you can step into that Milky Way perspective. And this High Priestess, couldn't be better, right? The High Priestess is connecting to that dreamy side of yourself, that daydreamy side of yourself, right? You also have the two pillars here, which is choice, right? The High Priestess is the connection to your higher self. And the Milky Way perspective, this ties in beautifully, right? Allowing yourself to tie yourself into all that you are, all of the beauty and power of what and who you are. The High Priestess is a 2, choice and balance, right? Balancing it out. The outcome, when you do this work, is you get a better, more powerful connection. Wow. Oh my goodness, Capricorns. Yeah, cutting out what you don't need and connecting into the ancestors, generations, also your guides, your soul family, your higher self, right? Connecting right into that. Okay, another card for the current energies to go along with that king and the ancestors. Oh boy, look at this. So similar to that with the two pillars, the lovers. It's a choice, right? It is a choice whether you ignore or connect with your land and your ancestors. And then with the spring equinox, we have justice. 11, justice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let me just give these in their shuffle. And we'll go over this in just a moment. All right, we need the last card for the outcome. What is the outcome? What is the outcome for my Capricorns with this? Oh my goodness, look at that. All right, so building on what we have, the current energies, ancestors, generations, the current energies, the King of Pentacles representing you, right? And all of the connections back to the ancestors. And then the lovers. This is a choice. I'm getting goosebumps all over. So this can be Gemini. And remember, we just came off the Gemini full new moon last night. So, and there is a moon here in this card. So maybe you're feeling those energies strongly. They will be around for a few more days. So make that choice to connect with your higher self, with your ancestors, with the generations, with the land that you live on, with your home. Connect into that. Your current energies really want you to connect, okay? And then spring equinox, rebirth, you had that Queen of Swords, getting rid of what no longer serves you. And what a beautiful card to get with that. Balance, right? Balance and choice. She also has one sword coming down. Truth, right? So you have two swords of truth, I would say. Whenever there's one sword, I see it as truth. Sword of truth, right? This beautiful glowing sun at her feet. She is balancing this, but she's also blindfolded. So when you're challenged to balance things out, to let things go, you can't go in blindfolded. You really have to take a deep look at what it is that's holding you back, what it is that you're hanging on to that no longer serves you, right? And you need to let that go so that you can rebirth yourself and get to that perspective. The Milky Way perspective, the outcome, right? That larger picture of everything that you're connected to. The High Priestess choosing to connect in to your higher self and get that bigger perspective. And then look, the Ten of Cups. This is happy. This is joyful. This is comfort. This is no anxiety here, right? Sitting next to the pond, by the house, having a snack with a friend. The kitty cats, the ducks, the geese, the flowers, the rainbow, the bees, the butterflies. It's all there, right? So when you get through your challenge, of letting go of things that no longer serve you, right? When you connect into your ancestors, your high self, your land, the history of that, just letting that flow through you, connecting with your bloodline, the outcome is a bigger and better perspective, right? A bigger and better perspective. Rising high above it, like the High Priestess there. Connecting in to your higher self, to your guides, to your intuition, Capricorns, so that you will get to that beautiful, happy, and joy place. Six of Cups. I'm asking if there are any other messages they want to bring out from this mini deck. Any other messages for my Capricorns from this mini deck? Six of Cups is nostalgia, and it goes right along with, that ancestors and generations. That's the nostalgia of childhood, of maybe your siblings, your cousins, whoever you were around, in your childhood. That's what that card is hearkening back to. Sixes are harmony, right? So the harmony of childhood innocence, right? And then we have Death of the Old Way. Perfect, because this whole row is about rebirth. And that certainly is the card of transformation, rebirth, and doing things differently. I love, love, love it. And then the Ace of Cups. Couldn't ask for better, right? So current energies, connecting in with yourself, with your family, with your generations. I mean, the Six of Cups is a perfect card for that. Cups being love and nurturing. You see the boy giving her a cup of flowers there. But this is definitely feeling into your childhood innocence. Those days when you looked up to your grandparents and your ancestors and your elders, you need to embrace that once again, my Capricorns. And then with the challenge position of rebirthing, letting go of what no longer serves you, the Queen of Swords cutting it out, the Justice card helping you balance it. You have the Scorpio card of death. This camera does not like to focus. There we go. So this is a death of the old way of doing things. The depiction in this card is kind of odd, but so you're going to lay down and let go of all that no longer serves you. We already had this in the reading, right? You're going to let it go, and you're going to emerge with a better way of doing things, with a better way of doing things. I love it. And in your outcome card, with the perspective, the higher perspective, the better perspective, connecting with your higher self, getting to that 10 of cups, you have the Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning with an overflowing cup, something being offered, the dove of peace, right? The lilies or lotus flowers. The cup is overflowing. It's coming out of nowhere. So once you unburden yourself from what no longer serves you, you connect into your ancestors and your land. Look at all that's going to happen, right? You're going to be more connected to your higher self. You're going to get to that 10 of Cups, pure happiness. You're going to get to that Ace of Cups offer. It could be an offer of love. Maybe some of you have been blocked from having the love that you want. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be single. Maybe even in your current relationship, something has been blocking that, right? And you need to get that higher perspective. Connect in. It could be a new love, or it could be a new way in your current love. Okay? That Ace of Cups could be the new perspective on your relationship. Letting go of maybe some baggage that you've been carrying around with that challenge spring equinox rebirth card. I just love how you have rebirth and transformation with the death card. I mean, my guides are never wrong. And here comes my alarm. Putting an exclamation point on it for you. Yeah. All right, let's end with an animal oracle message. All right, what is the animal oracle card for my beautiful Capricorns today? What is the animal oracle card for my beautiful Capricorns? What is the animal message for my beautiful Capricorns? Loon, intuitive. Yeah. So intuition came out with the High Priestess. Now it comes out with the animal oracle. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition, as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. I love this card with the loons and the little baby loons. It's just beautiful, right? So, High Priestess intuition, loon intuitive. Yeah, connect in with your ancestors. Capricorns, that's what I have for you today. I hope that you have found a message here that you can take away. The outcome is beautiful. It is beautiful. I hope you have a fantastic and amazing day, evening, night, or whenever it is. Please don't forget to give the video a like, a thumbs up, so that it can get going around YouTube. I appreciate you. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.